which is why I recommend to you guys Dragon.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
What's up guys, in today's video I'll be showing how I made my millions of coins in Hypixel Skyblock. Wait, let me rephrase that, hundreds of millions of coins in Hypixel Skyblock. Now, I'm going to put together all of my best money making methods, all the money making methods I used, and the ones that have made me the most money, going from the most money to the least, giving you a tutorial on each one. So you guys can make some easy millions, find a new money making method, use it, and hopefully it's going to be way better than your last one. I'll also give you tips on investing inside of the video. Now, before we start, can we just take a quick moment to appreciate these beautiful graphics, shaders? Okay, like holy moly, this is beautiful. And if you looked at my oldest video, please don't look at that. It's just, let's just say it's not that good, alright? I had 10 FPS, I couldn't do anything. I could barely look around Skyblock without my PC dying. And it sounded like a jet going 1,000 miles per hour. So we got our PC and we installed some shaders, so like it makes slavery look awesome. Starting us off at number 1 here, we have auction/bin flipping. Auction flipping profiting me over 70 mil, while bin flipping 150 mil. I'm going to be focusing on bin flipping because it's actually better in my opinion than auction flipping. But if you wanted to maybe just a simple auction flip, you might just want to look at the AOTDs. Even though these really suck now, people still buy them, and they do go for underpriced. Now that they're super cheap, if you don't have as much money, you can still auction flip these. Also, there's quite a few of them on the auction house right now, so there's no worry of auction shortage. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to be focusing on...
Hello there.
Now, as I was saying, I'm going to be focusing on bin flipping. And to find the right bin flip, you're going to want to find the item with the most factors in their price. Now, what I mean by this is, for example, Livid Dagger has 3 factors: your reforge, your stars, and your enchantments. This makes it harder to be put at the right price, and for people that just want to put theirs up and they don't really look at how much they really sell for, you can often find ones going for cheap. I recommend sticking to dungeonized armor or weapons because the star is a really big factor and a lot of people underestimate how much they actually go for. Besides dungeon armor and weapons, I also recommend going for legendary pets because, again, these have a lot of factors. For example, their level, their skin, and their item held. Now, if you want me to explain this a little more, take any item. For example, let's take Hyperions. Now, these obviously aren't going to be the best bin flip, because people who put up their Hyperions are gonna make sure that they go for the max amount of price. But you can see that factors here are gonna be the enchantments, the scrolls, and the stars. A lot of different factors mean of prices you have to calculate, and obviously people don't want to calculate this and they just put it up for the cheapest price on bin. So you can often snatch some of these armor or weapons or even pets. And what I flipped is Livid Daggers, even though they're not that good anymore, Flyers of Truth, Gold Door Armor, Blue Whale Pets, Tiger Pets. Those are just some of the things I flipped. I've obviously flipped a lot more to make 150 mil. And a recent flip that I actually did was a sheep pet with a purple sheepskin, which I ended up flipping for around 20 mil for someone who put it really low on auction house. So you guys can go find your own items or use the one that I said in the video. Now, there's also that random chance you actually get a item that someone forgot to put that many zeros in, and for something like a boomerang for 40 mil, they accidentally put up for 4 mil, and if you're lucky, you can snag that. I've made 50 mil from this. I've got like 2 Livid Daggers for a mil, an AOTD for a mil, and a boomerang costing 40 mil for 4 mil. Now, obviously, I refunded the guy like 50 mil for the boomerang, but I still made 50 mil profit. Now, Livid Daggers, I didn't refund them. Sometimes life's tough, okay? Secondly, of course, we have our beautiful dungeons, and this profited me around 200 million coins in all from a bunch of SHS. Obviously, this is gonna require some amounts of luck and some amounts of items to actually beat these floors. But of course, you can always sell your items after. The newer floors, of course, are gonna be where the profit is. Floor 4s are actually decent profit if you can't beat floor 5s or floor 7s. With the spirit bones, of course, and now my game is frozen. Floor 5s are decent profit with the SHS, but I can't focus. Floor 5s are decent profit with the SHS, but it's only like 20 to 20 mil, and if you don't have good RNG, it's gonna be nothing. If you're earlier game, I guess just floor 4s, and if you can, floor 7s are insane profit right now with wither chest, handles, implosions, and even doing frag runs. If you don't know what frag runs are, you basically just rush blood and then murder the giant and the mini boss, which is livid, or the giants, which is the main source of profit, with the laser eyes and the Diamante's handle. Diamante's handle going for like around, I think, 2 mil right now, while laser eyes 500k. So if you can't really get S+, you might want to look towards doing some frag runs. This is about it for dungeons. There's not really much to explain, but these are super good profit, so I recommend doing some dungeons. Plus, it's not grinding and AOTing over the whole map. It's actually bosses, different kind of mobs, etc. And of course, it's fun to do with your friends, so just check it out. Now, the investments I'm about to show you inside of this next segment is going to be ones that I've either made profit off, ones I'm going to do, and ones I'm later going to do, and have put quite a bit of thought into each of these. So they've worked whenever I've done it. Now, I have to warn you, depending on how many people see this, these investments might not work. So please check these out before you invest in them, and I would highly recommend you guys just try to find your own investments and make sure to be looking out for the new mayors and updates, and to find some of your own investment. At 3 here, we have investing. I do think this should be at the top, since it's actually probably the best money making method, while it doesn't require you to do anything except having a big brain. The reason it's third right now is I just started trying to do it and haven't made all that money yet, but this is probably one of the best, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to do it. Now, there's a couple different types of investing. One, just buying the items that everyone's going to use while the new event or update is active, or the items that everyone's getting and is going to rise in price later. Now, with the new mayor update, investing has become a lot better, and it's actually much easier to find and do new investments. Now, I have a couple investments going right now. For example, we got our beautiful crit 6 books. You can tell I invested in quite a few of these, and if we look up crit 6 books on the auction house, they're going for around 380k. These are just some underpriced crit 6 books, but that's around 250k profit per, profiting me around like 12 mil, I think. So I actually bought these during the Atrox event and made a crap ton of money. The other investment, you can tell, is just a bunch of -1 intelligence green Jerry talismans. I bought these all for a 1 mil and have profited around 7 mil so far. Jerry talismans are going for, what is it? This is rare. 1.2. So not that much. I'm hoping this will go up in the future, since they are talismans and they're limited edition. For example, the potato talisman, which I have a couple of those and will probably sell very soon. Now, the investment I've been eyeing recently is going to be legendary griffin pets. Now, currently they are super high since the Diana event just happened, and after the event, people just start rapid selling these. No one needs them. Even though people say they're good, personally, I just don't like these. They don't do much besides magic find, and there's a lot better combat pets, so these are going to drop 20 mil, 30 mil, and after they drop, of course, I'm gonna buy some of these beautiful griffin pets, and the next Diana event, they're gonna go up to 50 mil. Now, this is what, a 20 to 10 mil, depending on how much they go down and up, profit per, which is insane. And I've been eyeing this flip, and I just learned about it from just being big brain, but you can see that hopefully these will be an insane flip, so maybe buy a couple if you have enough money after the event. Now besides that, that's about all the investments I'm doing right now, and hopefully you can find your own. Now make sure to look up for all the new updates or mayors and see what they have and do some investments. Fourth and lastly, and probably my least favorite money making method, we have farming mobs and just regular farming. Now you may say that is total cap because I do have quite a few, basically every type of farm, full length everywhere, and I don't really have much else besides a bunch of farms, but these were mostly built by my co-ops, and I actually did enjoy farming while the new farming update came out, but I recently did it a couple times and I only made up to 3.2 mil per hour, which isn't that good. Now there's a couple reasons I don't like this. One is it doesn't make that much money. There's a lot of other better money making methods, especially for a later game player, and also it is incredibly boring. I don't know how Techno or Squid Kid farm that crap for 10 hours straight every day, 24/7. Actually, that doesn't make sense. But I mean, if you find no joy in anything else, your whole life is Skyblock, and you seem to not be making money on any other money making method, maybe farming's for you. Now, even though I'm trash talking it this much, it's actually not horrible. 3.2 mil might be decent for some of you guys. The only thing that is another downfall to this very boring money making method is you're gonna need some decent stuff. Now, with my setup, which is this beautiful blessed Newton's Netherworts Hoe, Harvesting 5, Replenish 1, Telekinesis, Turbo Works 5, and Legendary
What did he say?
Level 90 Legendary Elephant Pet, I was getting 3.2 mil. So this all around would cost you around, what, 35 million coins. Well, I mean, if you want to buy this beautiful hoe, it's only going to cost 15 mil, even though it's really worth 30 mil, and it's 5 mil cheaper than everything else. So just, if you want to buy it, just let me know in the comments. 15 mil. The only really too good
What did he say?
profit from farming is going to be Netherwart, and of course our beautiful carrots, and these are the only two. So if you're looking to make money, these are the two types of farming that's actually going to make a lot of profit. If you're wondering what happened here, it's just like we decided for good looks. Okay, now we get into the topic of farming mobs. Again, this is probably super boring for a lot of you and doesn't make the best of money for a late game player, but if you're a little bit more early game, this is quite a decent way. Now, Summoning Eyes grinding have made their return. Thank you to Swavy for bringing the Summoning Eye prices all the way up to 650k. You're going to want to do this if you can do over 13k damage, and if you're decently speedy. You don't have to do perfectly 13k. I mean, 2-tapping it is fine. It'll just make the process a lot slower. All those other ways of frozen scythes and Jerry Sheen guns are also a great way to farm zealots, but I personally like to stick to just running around with my sword and killing them. We also have sorrow grinding. Sorrow grinding is also a decent way of making money. Sadly, the drop chance dropped, and also the price of the sorrow itself. It's honestly not that good anymore, and it's only 260k per. I do not recommend this unless you have the soul whip crap. I don't know what it's called. It's like this shoots a beam me thing, I guess.
Stop it. Get some help.
and you do it with your friends. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. If you were a little early game, some mobs in the Dwarven mines will actually help you make some money. I don't like these money making methods, but yeah, that's about it for this video. We're really close to 200 subs, so if you guys could drop a follow if this helped, then that'd be greatly appreciated. And anyways, yeah, peace.